It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Yeah, face the world through all the ugly trials and tribulations. Show me only my mama love me and pops too. The Blacc group with these shots flying impromptu. So many brothers done falling, I never stopped through. This shit weighing my heart, constantly playing my part like Nip Hustle. Young nigga from the muscle is hard. Technology gravitating to poverty. If you ain't got land use, intellectual property. Ain't gotta wear suits to be acceptable. Young is too impressionable, but we was born exceptional. Everything we do is being taken, every branded corporate business reprimanded. They selling this second-handed, yeah. This ain't new information, no. Since integration, we stimulate how the nation grow. Shit even further from slavery, they made us hate our own. Now that we free to make it hard to hit the bank for loans. Recalibrate your domes. Can't believe we lost a leader to our own kind. Ain't no religion that's breaking us from these soul ties. Hitting my phone line, I can't even speak. Won't be surprised if my appetite dissipate for a week. They try to paint us in a false view like propaganda cartoons. This shit piercing my outlook like a harpoon. Pursuing independence, my mind is on big business. Boy, our potential is infinite, we meant to get it. Ain't no debating and waiting, it's all mine for the taking. Monetization, out of patience, build the foundations. They got my mind racing, eyes rolling back, watching time spinning back. Niggas lines pushing crack, niggas lines probably tapped. Expressing honesty and facts, ain't no designers on my back. Strictly fresh and local made apparel. Leave them in awe when you face the feral like shake a barrel. Modern marvel, ain't no comic that can take it there. Strictly reality, streets try to devour me. The ethernet empowered me, internet brought the salary. Anything less is a fallacy like the fall of Rome. Every day dedicated to make a siren home. Silent poems I jot alone. So many things I write that never make it inside a song to right my wrongs. Whew. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday evening. All right, in this particular video, we're going to be talking about Nipsey Hussle, Blacc Sam, new music on the way, new DocuSeries on the way, Marathon Burger grand opening just took place this weekend. There's a lot going on. The spirit of Nipsey is alive and well. The marathon indeed shall continue. I love it. I love to see it. Some of y'all don't know just how big of an impact Nipsey Hussle had on me. I don't talk about it as much these days, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely had a great impact on me. The intro song I just played, I recorded that in 2019. You know what I'm saying? This is right after, he was taken from us. You feel me? So that verse is 5 going on 6 years old. And I was following Nip even before then. As I mentioned in the intro track there, Fresh and Local, I was building this collective called Fresh and Local with some friends and artists in the area. And we used to do like this annual Fresh and Local Fest, which would be, it started out at a local park here in Atlanta where we would, do cookouts, free food, free, free entry, free food, have independent artists performing. We even had some like on the brink of signing major deal artists come out, travel from other states to become a part of it. We did it for a solid like 4-5 years. We ended up upgrading it to like an actual venue on our last one. Folks have been asking me to like bring it back and stuff like that. But even in terms of like branding and all of those things, a lot of stuff was inspired by Nip. Even like the educational stuff. I used to do this thing through Fresh and Local called the Songwriter Social Club, where we was educating independent artists, producers, songwriters, etc., about the business of music. So I know y'all see me here on YouTube and all that stuff, and that's great. But that's not the beginning of the story. That's not the end of the story. And I'm not just an internet nigga. You know what I'm saying? We actually was very active in the community, touching bases with poets, writers, business people, had a Fresh and Local podcast. And this dates all the way back to like 2012, 2013. And Nipsey was definitely a lot of the inspiration in doing those things and branding and learning about what he had going on, right? His trailblazing at the same time. So anytime I could talk about Nip is always an honor. You feel me? So his brother Blacc Sam, of course, has been carrying on his tradition. And I'm really excited about what's in store. Definitely ready to hear new music. Definitely ready to see this documentary. I'm actually gonna check out the Marathon Burger documentary that's available now. It's out on YouTube. And see what that's hitting on. But I just want to give a big shout out to Blacc Sam and their whole family for holding him down, continuing to carry on his legacy, carry out his legacy in terms of, you know, still realizing the dreams that he had while he was here and living. Because with a lot of artists and a lot of people in general of note, when they die, their dreams die. When they die, their their influence for the most part dies. Their impact, other than what it was that they did while they were here, you don't get a lot of people that actually will respect a person's wishes and carry on everything that they had in the pipeline and do it in a way that's like with integrity, that honors the person rather than just like flippantly cash grabbing and doing it out of monetary motivation. So I gotta salute them extremely for what they're doing. So Blacc Sam has a new interview out with Brown Bag Radio on Power 105. I think it's Power 106 LA. Gotta make that correction. Not Power 105. That's New York. Power 106 Los Angeles. And in the interview, he talks about, you know, opening up the Marathon Burger, the motivation behind it, how him and Nip used to work in a burger spot together when they were younger, and it was always on their vision board that once they got their money right, that they would circle back and do a restaurant of some sort. Even back in 2017, they did like the Marathon Burger food truck stuff. So that was like the impetus of the idea. But now it's fully come to fruition, fully built out, fully, you know, established. And I can't wait to see how this thing turns out, man. Again, heavy inspiration. We're also going to get into upcoming music documentary. I think that there's going to be a soundtrack to the documentary, plus some separate music coming on the way. So I'm going to pull up these clips and get into it, man. But yeah, I hope y'all are locked in just like I am. You know, I'm not from LA by any stretch of the imagination, but shit, well, when I take my ass out there at any point, you know where I'm stopping at. Motherfucking Marathon Burger for sure.
Pulled up to the Marathon Burger. I seen you in the kitchen, and just seeing that I felt it was extremely motivating, because anyone that even showed up and seen you in the kitchen too, and it's like, yo, this dude could easily hire someone to do this, but he's in there, you know, putting in the work, you know, making sure the recipe's right, you know. And I mean, I just wanted to give you your flowers too, because that's amazing to see, and just how the team is put together, and you know, Jorge as well. Man, salute you guys.
Come on,
for
man.
inspiring.
Thank you.
No. And those burgers,
Yeah.
amazing.
No, that same experience that Maximo talked about. I have a lot of homies right there on Melrose, so I took them the other day. They're from the East Coast, so I was like, "Oh yeah, come like this is a bomb burger spot." Yeah. Then they go and then they see you, and their mind was blown. They're like, "Wait, like he actually works here though?"
It's a Blacc Sam sighting.
And then they're like, "Wait, I don't get it. I don't like." They really could not fathom and understand that the owner of the restaurant was there doing the actual work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, I think even I was there yesterday cooking, man, and even with the cooks there, they, you know, I like cooking with them, so they were, you know, looking like, damn, I was in there holding it down with them. That shit therapeutic for me, because, you know, me and Hustle used to be cooking, so. Excuse me.
No,
I think
I gotta pause, man. You see, just even speaking on their life, their interaction, the things that they've gone through, their experiences, he chokes up. Like there's numerous Blacc Sam interviews. Not like there's like a ton of them, but there's enough of them out there. And like every time he talks about his bro, like chokes up and has to take a moment. Like, he really loved his brother. And I know you say, I love my brother, I love my sister, I love my siblings or whatever. But the way he loved his bro and carry on what his bro did and like was instrumental in like playing the background and doing whatever it took literally to get his dreams off the ground for them to move forward and have a productive life and actually get to where Nipsey actually ended up going and to still be carrying it now. I want to take a moment to just show respect to that as well, man, because this man really loves his brother. You know what I'm saying? To a different degree. And I love that.
It was a point in time where we cooking and I was in there young. I just was like, man, I want to be able to be cooking back here, doing my thing, helping, working hard, getting the orders done. As long as I can get a gold chain, rollie,
Right,
be fresh back here, cool whip outside. This shit is fun to me.
Yeah.
So same with hustle, you know what I mean? So we used to be in there just having fun, cooking, making sure the orders is done correctly, getting the food out. It was like being able to accomplish something. So fast forward now, being back there cooking, it's good. You know, they like, man, you need a break. I'm like, man, I'm back here for 12 hours. We good. Let's go. So it just bring me back to that memory so long ago with my bro. So it's definitely a good feeling being on the line.
Sam,
at our Marathon Burger.
Yeah.
Sam, something that what I find with the team is that you guys always kind of search for that way to still connect with Nip. And when I talked to Lauren about this, it's not like this dude's gone. Like, Nip is there through and through every day, in those moments where you can have, like, I guess that flow state of like, this is what we were doing, that brings you right back. And I guess that allows him to breathe through the marathon and the Marathon Burger and everything. And this is important for the Marathon Burger grand opening, especially because some people would be like, what does the Marathon Burger have to do with Nip? But then I see what you guys did with Fat Burger, and I've seen what, like, Nip, when he went out to feed people food with YG, how much that felt like we got to do this somewhere along the lines. I think as it comes across with the marathon and what you do, everything's intentional. How intentional is the Marathon Burger as, like, this is a way to commemorate my brother, and I know that he would have wanted this, especially how you guys are running it right now?
Yeah, 100%, man. I think Hustle just loved doing things at a high level.
Yeah.
And thinking outside the box. He would come through and just and pop it, especially when we doing good and and the brand is doing good. He gonna put it on his back and make sure that people are, number one, knowing what's happening and knowing what he's doing and what his team is doing.
Yep.
And then also the stamp of approval, like, this is not just something that I'm popping up. It's not a money grab. Like, we really taking our time. We really went on a burger tour.
Yeah, y'all really ate different burgers.
Get the recipe right.
How many? I think it was like 16, 17 different burgers you guys tried at one point, like in a few hours of like, this is good, this is not.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that ended up like at the Marathon Burger. What would you say? I guess, how would you describe it? Like, this is what a Marathon Burger tastes like.
I think it's unique. I think it's Wagyu beef. So the meat, it was key for us that the meat doesn't just taste like every other beef. We really wanted it to, even if you were just to eat the meat by itself, it's seasoned perfectly. You would be like, oh, this tastes different. I think the bread, we went and found the best, softest bread that would toast and be good. And then that secret sauce. We really did our thing with the secret sauce. There's an African spice in there that's very, indistinguishable. People can't really realize what it is. So I think just the ingredients, man, we didn't, this wasn't like a corporate, how can we make money?
Let's just put some buns on a patty. No.
Right.
All right, so that's Blacc Sam talking about Marathon Burger and the motivation behind it, the amount of work that they've put into it, the amount of work he personally puts into it in terms of actually going into the restaurant and clocking in and getting behind the line and, not just dictating and telling people what to do and spreading the money around, but actually getting in there, flipping them burgers, tossing them fries, getting them other, you know what I'm saying, getting that motherfucking, that grease heated up to the right temp. You feel me? Making sure that grease is clean, making sure that motherfucker, you know what I mean? And not everybody does that when they open up their shit. Not everybody is willing to do that, and not everybody has that integrity to get on the line with the cooks, and you know, cause y'all know how it is with upper management and regional managers and different shit within these companies. I'm sure other folks have worked in these businesses. I did years ago. Motherfuckers ain't finna come in here and really get to it with you. Some will. But I appreciate that, you know, and I'm sure the employees at the store really appreciate that as well, because they know that you willing to get in there with them, you know, because people be coming from different backgrounds. You don't know what struggle they're going through. I'm sure they probably pay their people a little bit above standard, you know what I'm saying, just to make it more appealing to come work there. So I'm really hoping for nothing but success from Marathon Burger. Talk about, you know, sitting through tasting 16, 17 different burgers and trying to figure out, okay, which one tastes the best to us, which one is indicative of how we want our stamped and approved burger to taste in relation to the rest of the market and the competitors. We don't want our shit to taste like nobody else. We want to make sure our buns is different than everybody else. We want to make sure our sauce is different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I have a food background. That's why sometimes y'all hear me talking shit and I'll be busting it up about the food. And I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll continue. All right. So also in this interview, they talk about the prospect of new Nipsey music, the documentary on the way, and the mindset that they're putting into anything that Nipsey's name touches, any music that comes out from him. You know, this is not just we're just gonna take shit and give it to other people or anything unofficial. So if he didn't actually work on it himself and have a relationship with the collaborators that the music was handed to, it's not coming out. It's all gotta be organic and something that Nipsey literally stamped while he was here. If not, it's not coming out. You get what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get to that piece of the interview as well. And before I get there, I want to say, I know there's probably some content creators out there that are focusing on the negative aspect, right? The drama that was a part of the grand opening that took place this weekend. I'm not focused on that. I'm not ingrained or ingratiated into the politics behind that. You know what I'm saying? But I also salute Blacc Sam for also standing on business with that as well, because you can't be coming around here up in my face and you allowing people to talk down or speak in a funny manner about my bro. That's all I'm going to say on that. But I'm sure other content creators have honed in on that part of it. I'm aware of what happened, but that's not my space to speak on. Let's get to the music conversation and the content on the way.
What's something that everybody's been hoping and wishing for is something you guys are about to bring to the audience of Los Angeles and all over the world. Since Nip's passed, you've been very intentional as just the head of the state, Sam, to hold off on the music. If Nip didn't genuinely and himself give you a verse or give you a song or was laid out or this is my album, it's not coming out. We've seen it so many times when someone unfortunately passes that the label may have rights to the music, so they throw it out. Oh, who wants a feature? Who wants to get this, right? Where you're like, no, if Nip didn't have, I guess, a plan for it, it stays with us. Now, there's an upcoming DocuSeries, and from the teaser, we can see that it's in like Nip's narrating it since it dropped last year. That teaser dropped last year, still like looking for it, right? But I'm thinking within the music aspect of it, we're hearing that there's also going to be that tied to it, which we're finally going to hear from Nip himself. Yep. That's wild.
That's been a journey, man. Just trying to, like you say, keep it tight, and it's not for sale. Like people can't throw some money at us and tell us it needs to be 2 episodes or 3 episodes. Like, the creative is not for sale, so we just been kind of like backing away, turning down a lot of offers, and just putting our head down and working. And once it's finished correctly, it's looking like maybe 8 episodes.
Wow.
Then we're gonna come out and release it. Also with the music, yeah, if Hustle didn't actually, you know, do the verse or work with the person or kind of like put together the blueprint for the project, we not doing it. He did something with Bino, and there's a new project that we're about to release, and this was a project that he had with Bino that was pretty much like 80% finished. So the team kind of came in and got some unreleased verses that in music that he had done with Bino, and just kind of tightened it up. Sounds amazing. It should be coming out around this summer.
Sheesh.
So, nice. You know, the team is real excited. We just kind of like finished going over all the stuff, I think, for the last like 3 weeks with everybody. So got everybody in, Mike and Keys, Foley, Mars, Rance, with the whole team, and just like, you know, it felt good. You could definitely feel Hustle energy in the building while we were there.
That's important. That's important for LA. You know, when Kendrick was out the pop out, Sam, and he was like, shit ain't been right since Nip passed. He's not lying. Like, that shit is real, you know? And I think someone that, I guess, whether he's expanded on it or not, has even taken Nip's passing on his back too, and been like, you know what, I have to just somehow maneuver in a way that I'm representing the same ideals that Nip did. Because before Nip, no one was talking about business out here like the way that Nip was. You know what I'm saying? No one was using certain things in their music the way that Nip was. You know, Kendrick doing that in like the Heart Part 5 and having that imagery of your brother. You know, all of that feels like an homage towards Nip in the best way possible. When you see that type of stuff, are you, I guess, grateful that somebody like Kendrick is like, you know what, I understand the moment, and I'm going to make sure to shed light also on Nipsey for him to never be forgotten on my platform?
100%. I think Kendrick, man, is you know, somebody that Hustle respected, and our team respected, and somebody that from the beginning was grinding and, you know, pushing to the top, you know, from the city also, man. So the struggle, they went on tour together. You know, Hustle is a student of music in the game, so just always was, you know, like, man, this dude is dope. Yeah. And so obviously now, man, I think the love that Kendrick have shown bro, man, is always appreciated and respected, and you know, just salute to bro.
All right, so there's some sort of project on the way between Nipsey Hussle and Bino. I believe that's Bino Rideau. I'm not a huge fan of Bino personally. I've heard some of his music and stuff like that. I like when he works with Blacc. But I am interested to hear what they're gonna come with this, especially if they're working with Mike and Keys and Mars and all of those people that were like very instrumental in the development of Nipsey's sound. So I am looking forward to that. They're supposed to be dropping this summer. I'm definitely looking forward to this documentary. And I love the fact that they even got to talk about Kendrick in there a little bit too, because I do feel like with the pop out and everything, and of course she mentioned the Heart Part 5 doing the tribute piece to Nipsey, that Kendrick has definitely put it on his back a little bit to kind of step into that space. I believe that the idea of the pop out and like the whole construct of what it was something that Kendrick and Nipsey had conversations about doing. So I appreciate that, and I'm glad that ended up coming up in the conversation as well. So needless to say, man, I'm excited for all of this, the success to come, the legacy carrying on, the marathon continues. Of course, there's other things that they have going on. They have they got the Neighborhood Nip Foundation out there. You know what I'm saying? They building a studio out there for the kids to get involved with music. You know, because Nipsey, when he was you know, coming into his teenage years, he went in and joined like a community group that allowed him to work on music and taught him how to record himself and whatnot. So they're recreating that and giving back to the kids, man. Like all this stuff is like super inspiring, and I'm wishing them all nothing but success in all of these endeavors, man. It makes me proud as a fan, and I'm just happy to see it, especially with all the drama and all the bullshit and stuff that we tend to get inundated with and we talk about. And all that stuff is entertaining and it's cool for what it is. But I like stuff like this. This is actually, everything we're talking about in this video is kind of like the foundation of what my content journey was beginning with when I came to YouTube. But of course, you know, people are engaged with the drama and the funny shit and the craziness, you know? So we do a mixture of both over here. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.